in this video we'll go over the issue with the hardware. It was identified when we started using the new Monero miner, and from the logs in the console we noticed that there are some warnings that the memory is not enough for the mining process. So it's actually saying can't be in memory, so it means that it's trying to consume some memory, but nevertheless the mining server has enough total RAM, right, on board. So it has 4 memory sticks, each having the 16 gigabytes on board, but the mining wasn't actually mining was requiring more RAM, right, which is logged here in the console. So what we did with the client, we turned back to the Kryptex support, right, and reported this issue, and they kindly helped us to address this issue and proposed to fix the memory sticks order. So they noticed from the log that the memory sticks are inserted into slot A1, B1, E1, and F1, while the correct order should have been A1, C1, E1, and actually G1, right? So after that, I asked the client to send a technician to the rig and actually confirm how the memory sticks are inserted, and what I could notice is this one. So the memory sticks were actually inserted in the rig just on the one side of the process. There is another one with the slots which was completely empty, so they were using A1, B1, E1, and F1, right, as far as I can see. So this was wrong, and I asked the client to call the technician and change the order, right? So the first order that they have managed to do was still not the one that we needed, right, from the support message. So this order, this A1 and I think it was B1 or something. So, and this didn't work because the order was a little bit different, and only on the after the third attempt inserting the members like this, it worked, and I'll let you see it. I'll let you watch the screencast of this, and that screencast contains 3 parts. One is identifying the issue, and second was the first attempt, and the last one was the correct order, which actually followed this guide, right? So enjoy the screencasts and let me know how you like it. Okay. In terminal we can see the hash rate of Monero mining, and for this CPU, for this EPYC CPU, we can see that using not all threads of the CPU. The hash rate is 8000 hashes per second, and this actually could sound okay, but the newer version of XMRig it tells us about any issue with the processor and the RAM on board on start, right? So imagine if we are starting the XMRig, we can see we have 4 memory sticks, and they are installed consequently in A1, B1, C1 and D1, which is one after another. And we can see the issue that the memory is not enough for some of the threads, while we know that for each CPU, for each thread mining on XMR, total memory of for each thread, when it's 2 gigabytes, then it's enough. So if we go to calculating, so the 2 gigabytes multiplied by 16 cores is 32 gigabytes, right? So this tells us that the memory is on board is twice more than required for mining XMR. So this message, it tells us something different, and that's why I paid a lot of attention to these warnings, right, when the client reported about this issue to me. So I'll just get back to this after changing the memory sticks order on the motherboard as per the instruction of the support from Kryptex, and then we will run this again and check how it works. Okay, so what else I wanted to report? The thing is, we are running on 16 core EPYC, right? And so there are 16 cores and 32 threads. So even if I was trying to mine on all 16 cores, I would need minimum 32 gigabytes of RAM. But here I can have twice more memory on this hardware server, right? Bare bone server, right? Bare bone metal, bare metal, right? Sorry for my English. I'm just checking the technical aspects. Okay, I apologize for this issue, but most interesting is the issue with the hardware and software leading to this hash rate. Remember what I've said, that this is not the very bad hash rate, but it's still the memory location in these slots, in the order of the sticks, it's preventing the CPU from having enough memory, right? So they are hungry for the RAM, and they don't get it provisioned when the RAM is not properly installed. So that's what I'm trying to do. I will ask the client to send me the photos of the hardware and videos, and then I will check it against the instructions of Kryptex, right? Kryptex support, and after that we will see if there is any change. Okay, so see you a bit later in this video, but for me it would take maybe a couple of days, right? Okay.
2,000 years later.
So after a modification and the reorganizing of the memory sticks, we got the new order of memory sticks, but it looks like the client, their technician, didn't properly insert the memory sticks. So it's got A1, B1, E1, F1, but the requirement was a little bit different. So just to make this recorded, right, I'm doing this as a logging that the issue is not going away until we fix the proper order of the memory, because we see that the other CPUs, the other threads, are now hungry for the memory, and this affects the hash rate, which is the actual performance of the hardware. So hopefully in another rotation we will get the order correctly, and I'll get back to this screencast. See you soon in the next shot, okay?
2,000 years later.
Here another update. We still got 4 memory sticks and aligned to A1, C1, E1, G1 slots, and the starting log doesn't show any issue anymore. So we got the proper 2 GB allocation for per thread, right? Which is correct. And what happened to the memory consumption? 20 threads is 40 megabytes. Yeah. And the hash rate is 9.5 kilohash per second, which is a significant increase, right? So the previous hash rate was 8,000, right? And 8,000 by 9,500. So the increase is about 10 to 15%, right? So this is great. I think if anyone is wondering why the XMRig highlights the issues, then this is just a proof of the correct troubleshooting of the hardware and software. And so yeah, it's a significant increase, and this demonstrates how the hash rate can be increased on EPYC processor, right? And that's it. Thank you for taking a look.
A few moments later.
So that's it. I'm actually happy that we managed to resolve this issue, and let's actually send the best greetings to Kryptex support and all the enthusiasts who already knew about this issue, especially for the EPYC processors and the motherboards. And also just a quick recap. So what we got is 9407 hash per second. And initially it was about just 8,000. Okay, so the increase has is the increase is actually 17%. So it's about 15-17%, which is a lot, I think. And what I noticed from the further feedback of the client, the technician said that the heating of the process hasn't changed. So it's actually very good, and actually the miner, the most recent miner at the moment, it did the work for us. It has alerted us that that something is wrong, and that there is some demand in memory, and we notice the memory volume is enough, I mean the RAM, and with the Kryptex support we managed to troubleshoot this issue remotely. And actually I'll leave the link to Kryptex software and pools, so that maybe you would like it. Okay, the link would be a referral, I think, if you don't mind, so please notice it, and keep 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 me posted via the comments. Okay, thank you very much.